Hardwig soft life. Is it a joke or a bullying tactic? So there's this TikTok trend called the hardwig soft life theory, and it's supposedly meant to be a funny running joke about black women who seemingly look like they're living well and who tend to be partnered with white men, especially, and they also have apparently bad wigs. So, for those who don't know, the phrase soft life was coined by Nigerian women who referred to living a stress free life whilst living a life of luxury and leisure. And all these factors combined are supposed to be the cause for these black women for living a soft life. And I say soft life with imaginary quotation marks. And in my opinion, it's a bunch of crap. And it's just a subtle way of disrespecting and bullying black women specifically who have chosen to date outside of their race. Now, from my previous videos, you probably have picked up the fact that I do not believe in putting any group of men on a pedestal. However, I have noticed that black women who are with white men online and who like to show pieces of their lives tend to get unnecessary criticism for just simply existing. And the reason why I think it's a bullying tactic, it's because these jokes are specifically targeted towards a group of women, a group of black women. And many of them tend to be of a darker hue, a darker complexion. Could it be a coincidence? I'm not sure, but that is a pattern that I have noticed. So whenever a black woman posts a video about her life and a partner who happens to be a white man, as soon as you open up the comment section, whether it's on TikTok, YouTube, or even Twitter, you're bound to see people who usually are women, other black women, the irony, right? Who are making these jokes about the woman's wigs. They'll say things like, oh, so I need to have my wig lopsided to be on a yacht. Oh, I need to have unkept hair to be able to win in life. And they'll say cringy things like that. And one of my questions is to people who make those comments, what is your definition of a bad wig? Because majority of the time, when they describe these unkept wigs, a lot of the times these wigs are actually not that bad, but they just don't look like the state in which the wigs are usually accepted within the black community. And what I mean by that, it's usually the swooped edges, the baby hairs that tend to be a bit exaggerated sometimes. And I'm just thinking, a wig is a wig at the end of the day. It's not a portal into another universe or an alternate reality. And I find it so interesting to see how those women, especially the black women who are targeting and bullying these women as well, think that their way of being able to attain the certain lifestyle, also known as the soft life, is through the hair that they are wearing or the hair that they have on their head. And I find it even more fascinating how they think in order to have this lifestyle that is being portrayed online, that it's only attainable for them if they date a specific race of men. Truly shows their lack of exposure and deep-seated insecurity that's clearly implanted within them. Because if you live in a culturally diverse area or areas, and usually large cosmopolitan cities tend to be very culturally diverse because you're surrounded by people from all walks of lives, from different backgrounds, from all over the world. You'll understand that the dating dynamics differ from the rural areas. The dating dynamics in more culturally diverse areas tend to surpass race and most definitely hair. Your social class is a much more important factor compared to everything else because it dictates your socioeconomic background and your proximity to certain spaces and types of people who you will have access to. Your proximity to certain places is what matters the most, such as the neighborhood that you're living in, or the neighborhood you even grew up in, the schools you attended, or the school that you're currently attending, the extracurricular activities, not the way that a wig sits on top of your cranium. Many people don't make the best decisions when picking their dating partners or even spouses. And I can guarantee a good percentage of the people who make those jokes in those comment sections under the black women's posts who are just minding their business, a lot of them are upset that they cannot attain the lifestyle that they so want, but they fail to realize that it's not because of their hair, but it's due to their poor dating choices and life decisions. So instead of making fun of these black women who have these partners who happen to be white and they're living the soft life, has it ever occurred to you that maybe you could learn from them? And then maybe you too can win and live a nice, soft life. Now, to everyone who is listening to this right now, let me ask you a question. If a non-black person or a group of non-black people made these same type of comments and jokes about black women's hair and wigs, what would be the overall response from black people? I know for a fact all hell would break loose, and within the next 24 hours, there would be long threads and think pieces that would have been plastered around social media, all over the apps, about how these jokes are anti-black, glaring examples of misogynoir, and so on. Yet, many of these people are anti-black themselves. The same people who complain about anti-blackness are anti-black themselves, to themselves and to everyone around them. You can't go around publicly disrespecting the people who are supposed to be in the same community as you and then turn around and demand respect from other people, especially outsiders. It does not work that way. Do you not realize that you are teaching other groups to disrespect black women? You hate it when black men do it to you, and yet somehow the rules don't apply to you anymore when you are the aggressor. To me, it sounds like hypocrisy. What do you all think? This is my little commentary on the subject because it's been circulating on TikTok and all those other apps for quite some time now, and I thought, let me just give you all my opinion on this and just get it out of my system. What do you guys think about the hardwig soft life theory? I'll see you in the next one.